Hello, YouTube. It's me again. And hello to all 20 of my subscribers. I don't even know if I've hit 20, to be completely honest. I haven't checked in a little bit, but I know it's not high. I'm bored, and, well, my computer's still gone. So I'm walking around in my backyard. There's my house. Got some gloves on, got some boots on. There's something back here that I would like to show the internet. Now, only question is, am I going to be able to access it through all of this kudzu? That was a rhetorical question. The answer is yes. Got boots on. I'll be fine. Oh, forgot there was a drop there. Now, this area, you might not know, is a flood zone. So this neighborhood is kind of low to sea level compared to everything else, at least. We're basically in a big valley, and well, that water's got to go somewhere, so it goes down here, which is why there's that big thing of stairs. Now, if I can just get down here without busting my ass. Okay. There's a little slab of concrete right here, but there's also, looks like some rebar. Those have thorns on them, so I'm just going to very carefully move that out of the way. Maybe have my boot kick that. Okay. I think I'll just be able to get down here if I'm careful. Just, oh, okay. There we go. And here we are. Here's the tunnel. So this connects directly into the rain sewer. There we go. Oh, isn't this just lovely? Now that goes downstream. I've been there enough times. That just goes to the golf course that's down the street. But, well, not down the street, but close. It's close. I haven't been upstream, though. Whew. Now, this tunnel's been put in here for, well, to be completely honest, I don't know when this tunnel was put in, but a while ago. Evidently not that long ago. There's spray paint down here. I don't know how old spray paint is, but it can't be that old. So, you know, the good thing about being in a sealed concrete tunnel like this is that there aren't any bugs. But the downside, oh shit. Okay, that was close. The downside is that there are bats, fruit bats. They eat the bugs. Whew. So, looks like the tunnel got a second layer done at some point. As you can see, concrete over the brick. Whoa! Okay, so the brick is slippery. Yeah. A lot of echo down here. But as long as I'm careful. What's a manhole cover? How the hell did that get down here? Pretty sure it'd be too heavy for the water to wash, and I don't think there's an opening near here. To be fair, I can't imagine that anyone else really comes down here except for, like, you know, the occasional maintenance worker. I've brought a flashlight, which I'm not a horror movie you know, considering that I'm doing this in the first place, I might be a horror movie protagonist, but, you know, I've loaded it with fresh batteries. So this thing, you know, I mean, how the hell am I going to get lost in here? Like, it goes in one direction. I mean, sure, there's openings and such, but I am not crawling in some like that. No, it's got to be big enough to fit. So lately, whoa. Yeah, the uploads, well, to be fair, the uploads have never really been consistent, but I know what I want to do with my life. I want to make movies, horror movies, specifically. Horror movies, thriller movies, you know, supernatural movies, that kind of thing. I never really was into romance movies. They're too, I don't know, too many tropes. Ooh, hello, Mr. Spider. Up, and he's gone. I can't imagine that I'm gonna find anything too interesting. You know, if you look at that, you can just kind of, camera can't make it out too well, but you can kind of see the water caustics coming off the wall. Yeah, you see that? That's always neat. But yeah, when I want to make movies, and you know, I mean, I guess you don't have to go to scary places to be able to make good horror movies, but it's always a good idea to have, you know, some experience, I guess. This is probably going to go on to my exploration playlist. Haven't added anything to that in a minute. Those big abandoned buildings that I posted videos of a while ago. Keep slipping. They are currently under construction now. The Beltline finally reached those buildings. For those of you that don't know, the Beltline, it's a trail. It's a concrete path that the city's been building since like 2016, 2017, something like that. And it's going to go around the whole city. 26 miles worth of path. Now they've got most of it finished, but sorry if I kind of go off topic. I'm trying to stay, you know, dry. But yeah, so the Beltline finally reached this area, and they're going to turn those buildings into they're gonna turn those buildings into like combined like residential and commercial. So it's gonna be like you know, like a coffee shop and some apartments on top of it and stuff like that. Now sometimes you hear noises like that. That is the sound of a car going over a manhole cover, and you can never really tell how far away the noise is just because of how well it's, you know, just because of how like much range the echo has down here, because it's, you know, a concrete tunnel. I want to say I'm maybe like I don't know, Like, I want to say that the top of this is maybe 8 feet under the road. Yeah, those are the bats. I'm not shining my light directly at them, just letting the outside catch them so that way I don't startle them. But yeah, this is just, I mean, I don't do this, you know, like often. I do this like maybe once a year, twice a year. But this, you know, I usually go downstream. Going upstream, I have no idea where it's gonna spit me out. Now, normally there's, yeah, see, like that, that's what the bottom of a street drain looks like. So, well, there's barely any light coming from there. I don't think there's any light coming from there. It's about, let me check, what time is it? It's like 8, it's about 8:30. It's like, yeah, it's like 8:30, so, see that? That's what the bottom of a street cover looks like. Now, I don't, see, if I had some arm strength, I could probably get up there and push that up, but I'm not feeling particularly, you know, adventurous. The tunnel doesn't just have that one entrance, you know, like the tunnel in my backyard. It's not just that. There's multiple entrances because the whole area is kind of, it's, you know, a little low to sea level. There's multiple. They're just spread pretty far apart. Yep, see, that was a bat. Now, even if a bat gets startled, they tend to avoid people, or, well, person in this case. They tend to avoid me mostly because, you know, I'm a light source and I have, you know, and I'm talking. You know, noise plus light, some that bats don't like, so they'll just fly away there. You know, they're not gonna attack you or nothing. Yeah, you can see all these like gutter drains where the dirt's been building up. So there's no mosquitoes down here, but you know, sometimes you'll see like spiders or, well, specifically, for some reason I've been seeing a lot of locusts. I guess maybe fruit bats don't eat locusts, but, you know, don't quote me on that. Now, without the flashlight, it's pitch black down here, which is, you know, why I gave it fresh batteries. But, you know, if worse comes to worse, right, I can just cut the video and use my phone to see the way back. You know, my phone's got pretty good flashlight on it. Yeah. It's like sediment or something, I think, but whatever it is, it's slick, so gotta be careful. See that? There you go. Oh, okay, that got a little close for comfort. Yeah. See, that's one thing that I never really... Oh. Hey, buddy. Where did... Okay, just disappeared then, I guess. But, yeah, without the flashlight, it's pitch black, so it's pretty
easy to tell. Well, normally at least it's kind of easy to tell when there's a opening because there's sunlight. I should have done this earlier when there was light out because now I'm not going to be able to tell. Here we go. Here's an opening. I'm pretty sure that spits me out onto Lockwood, if I am thinking correctly. I think. Well, this has been fun. Let's get out of here first.